Hey everyone, so I actually filmed this video a few days ago and realized that it didn't record. I think that my phone was full. So here we are, round two, and I am participating in the Foodie Tag. Zane over at Home With Zane tagged me in this, and so I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. There are 15 food-related questions. I kind of scrawled them all down in my horrible handwriting, so we'll see if I can read my answers. But the first question is, were you a picky eater growing up? And I don't think I was, but if you really think about it, I kind of was, because I was raised on fast food. We never had any home-cooked meals, really. Like, we did, but no, we really didn't. So, anywho, I basically ate burgers and fries and chicken nuggets, and that was kind of what I did. I didn't really deviate from that too much. And so, at like Thanksgiving, I would eat like the black olives on my fingers and maybe some white turkey and of course the bread, but I never really ventured out too much until I got older. So now I'll try a lot of different stuff. But growing up, I guess I was kind of picky. Although my sister's pickier, so there's that. Let's see. Tell us your fondest childhood food story. I'm trying to remember what my story was. I think I had two, and let's see. Well, kind of a neat tradition. Well, not really. Okay, a tradition we had was, like I mentioned, we ate out all the time. And so on birthdays, we got to pick what we wanted for a home-cooked meal. So I feel like, the norm is kind of like you eat at home most of the time. And on special occasions, you get to go out. And our family was a little bit backwards. We ate out all of the time. And on special occasions, Mom would make what we chose. And so my birthday is on Christmas Day. And for like 15 years, my birthday dinner, aka Christmas dinner, was always homemade pizza. So that's one story. And then the second one, we'd go out to Denny's every Tuesday night because kids under 12 ate free. And I remember one time my dad was paying the bill, and the gal that, manually entered the credit card number, she made the comment, "Oh, I had that memorized." So I guess we went there a lot, and we stopped going after that. But kind of two fun food-related stories. What cooking skill or knowledge did you learn from your mom or whoever did the cooking while growing up? So again, we didn't really cook too much. I certainly didn't learn anything growing up at all. I do remember thinking that I could make grilled cheese in the microwave, so I put bread with cheese in the microwave and made it was not good. I don't recommend it. But now I call my mom all the time for everything. I'll be in the store and I'll say, "Hey, do you remember that dish that Grandma made 2 years ago? It was like Alfredo and chicken and pasta and broccoli and cheese. What do I need to buy for that? And how do I prepare that?" When I was first learning how to cook, I'm telling you, I knew nothing. And so I'm calling my mom and I'm like, "Okay, I have this frozen chicken. How do I defrost it?" And I had a few disastrous situations. So I still call my mom. I trust her, or my sisters. They both cooked. Like after I left the house and went to college, the family started cooking at home more. My sisters learned how to cook and prepared dinner for everybody all the time. But I was not there, so I missed that. Let's see. Do you have any food allergies? No. Although, when I was in elementary school, I told people that I was allergic to graham crackers, and that if you even just said graham crackers, I would start scratching. So, I think I wanted attention in second grade, but I don't actually have any food allergies that I'm aware of. What's your favorite fast food restaurant? So this is my question because, again, I eat out all the time, and so I kind of fancy myself a bit of a fast food connoisseur, and, I probably would have said McDonald's. I worked there, all my siblings worked there. I love McDonald's breakfast, but I think that my new favorite food for fast food is actually Chick-fil-A. We just got them in the Pacific Northwest. Growing up, I had never even heard of it. My friends and I call it hate chicken, but so I went there. I tried it thinking, okay, it's gonna be like a fancy KFC. So I think you know, it'll be, I'll be fine. Like, it's not anything that fancy. And then I tried it, and the fries or whatever, you know, you can get the same fries at like Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box or anything, but, those chicken sandwiches are so freaking good. So the Chick-fil-A is definitely like up here, top of my list of fast food restaurants. And whenever I rent a car, I kind of treat myself to Chick-fil-A because I can actually drive through. And I don't live by a Chick-fil-A. There's one that's like 15 minutes away from where I live. So if I have a rental car and I'm about to hit the road, I'll just drive through Chick-fil-A on the way. And that's my little treat and tradition to myself. Let's see. What is your favorite dine-in restaurant? So, Portland has a lot of really awesome restaurants, and you know, I try to avoid the chains. Like every once in a while, I might be in the mood for like Red Robin or something, but you know, normally I like to go to a local place, or at least a chain that I never grew up going to. So, Milo's City Cafe, actually, in Portland, is my favorite restaurant. It's nothing, you know, nothing too fancy, but they have really good food, and they have a nice variety. So depending on what you're in the mood for, you can usually find something. The prices are so great, and the service is always superb. So I always go there when I have friends or family visiting. That's like a to-go spot. They also have really great breakfast. In fact, my favorite Eggs Benedict is from Milo's. So you can get anything there. And I just have been going there for years, and it's definitely my favorite consistent restaurant in Portland. Do you prefer eating out or cooking? So actually, I prefer cooking. I'm really, really, really trying to get better at that and to learn how to do that and to add more recipes to my repertoire. And so I just think it's so therapeutic, and I feel good about myself when I'm doing it. I feel like I'm saving money. I feel like I'm being healthier, and I like the feeling. And then I like eating the food that I prepared or that someone else prepared, like, you know, a home cooked meal. There's just nothing that can beat it. And so I prefer cooking. Do I do that more? Probably not, but I'm working on it. Let's see, number 9. Do you have a rags to riches meal? So, not really. A former roommate of mine used to make, I think he called it like poor man's pad thai, and so he got the top ramen, like just top ramen. He took out the seasoning and just had the noodles. Noodles? Yeah, noodles. And then he had a pre-cooked chicken breast and peanut butter and sriracha sauce. And so he would boil the noodles, heat up the chicken, and then kind of stir it all together with peanut butter and sriracha and have like poor man's pad thai. I've never had pad thai, so I usually get something else when I go to Thai restaurants, and I get the same thing every time. But pad thai, I guess, is like the peanut sauce one, so this is kind of a cheaper version. So when I make it, which I haven't done in a couple of years, but when I do, I upgrade it and I get real chicken breast and cook it and whatnot. So I try to elevate it. So I guess that's my rags to riches meal. I should probably make that, actually. I haven't had it in a long time. Let's see. This is actually number 9. Anyway, if you had 30 minutes to get food on the table, what would you make? And I am going to say spaghetti. I think that Zane said this too, but I watched his video a few days ago and I don't remember exactly what he said, but I'm pretty sure he said spaghetti. And I just always have the stuff for it in my pantry. So, except, yeah, right now even I do. So it's just really easy to throw together, and it tastes great, and it keeps for leftovers. So all the above, spaghetti's my go-to quick 30-minute meal. If you were at the corner of an intersection and each place was a place to grab coffee, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, or a gas station, where would you go and what would you order? So I actually don't drink coffee. I drank it for a very brief 4-month period when I worked 2 jobs, and one of them was an overnight job, so I'd work graveyard and then go to my day job. I drank coffee then, but I don't really like the effect it has on me. Maybe it's because I've never really drank it before, so I just don't know that that's what it does. But I prefer to be naturally energetic or drink Pepsi. So I would probably, of those choices, go to McDonald's and get like a 6-piece nugget and a McDouble with no pickles or onions and some fresh French fries and a Coke. And that would be what I would get in that situation if I had to choose between those 4 places. What is your favorite ice cream? My favorite ice cream is French vanilla in a waffle cone. Simple, tastes great, easy, you know. I feel like if I get something more specialized or flavored, I can never finish it. Like, I'd love a sample of it, but I can't eat a whole helping. Although I do have mango sorbet in the freezer, so I really like mango sorbet too, but or any sorbet really. But my go-to favorite ice cream is vanilla or French vanilla in a waffle cone. Your favorite cereal? I actually really like the boring, bland ones that you hated as a kid. So like cornflakes or Rice Krispies or Cheerios. You know, just those like you can cut up some fruit and add it. You know, I don't, but I could. Those are my favorite cereals, and so. I don't know. I like those. I usually will buy a box of the boring stuff and then a box of the fun stuff. So maybe I have Fruity Pebbles or Cookie Crisp or something like that on this hand, Apple Jacks, and then I have another one. So depending on my mood, I can pick and choose. Although I'm stocked up on cereal right now, so and I don't eat it very often. I might eat it once every couple of weeks. So I need to get better at that. Your favorite drink is let's see, canned Pepsi on ice is my favorite drink. Soup or salad? I prefer salad, I think. Soup, I like soup. I have no beef with soup, but I feel like it fills me a little bit, and I want to have room for dinner. So unless soup is dinner, I'm usually going to go with a salad and, you know, whatnot. But, yeah, salad. All the soup's good, too. But, like, if I'm making grilled cheese and soup, I usually just dip the sandwich in the soup, and then I don't finish the soup. So, yeah, soup's really not a go-to of mine. But I do want to learn how to make some in my crock pot, so I'm probably going to have to develop a liking for that. And the last question is, what is your dream foodie experience? So March is actually Portland Dining Month in Portland, so like 100 restaurants participate, and they have a menu of a 3-course meal for $29, and we don't have tax here, so that's awesome. And of course, I usually get like a drink or appetizer or something too, so sometimes it's a bit more. But I love using that as a chance to try new restaurants. You know, a lot of really expensive restaurants participate, so you can go and get a sampling or at least, you know, sample their menu. And there have been some restaurants that I've never been to before, and I go, and I'm really not impressed because I think that some restaurants do like their normal experience, but then for Portland Dining Month, they do this. And I've definitely felt that from some servers, kind of like when they found out that's why I was there, I just didn't get the service that I would have gotten otherwise. The food quality wasn't that great. And honestly, I didn't go back. I mean, why? And then I've gone to other restaurants where I've never been there, and I've just loved their Portland Dining Month option, so I go back and eat off their real menu throughout the year. And so I like to try some new places when I do Portland Dining Month, but then there are some other goodies that I like to go to as well. Milo's, for example, at least last year, I haven't been this year, but last year they basically let you pick 3 things on our menu, and we'll charge you $29. So, I like that. But anywho, so I guess my favorite, or my dream foodie experience would be to, like, go to a different Portland Dining Month every day. Like, I have a whole month to try these places. I really want to maximize that. And, you know, $29 times, like, 30 days, or 31 days since it's March, it's like $1,000. Like, it's like, I think I calculated it was like $800 and something dollars. So if I round to $1,000, then, you know, if I ever just happen to have $1,000 laying around, I could finance that and just enjoy the month of March and probably gain 1,000,000 pounds. But I would be well fed for that month, and I would have tried some new places, I bet. So, anywho, I feel like my first round at this video a few days ago was better. But that's what I get for not making sure it was recording, I guess. But I'm at 14 minutes, so I know that it's recording. And I'm going to call it a night, and I'll talk to you next time.